So I just got the call. You always have to answer the call. When I say the call, the running call. So I just got a message from Sumi at about 10:30 saying she's meeting Deborah up in Richmond Park. So got my running clothes on. It was just out last night, 28 degrees, running around Morden, absolutely ridiculous. But it's like taking a sauna, that's why you do it. I got home, no amount of showers would cool me down. It's ridiculous. There's another message coming in. So just coming into Richmond Park, that is. Definitely by far one of my favourite places to visit. It's absolutely stunning to jog around here. It's got probably the only hills I would say you would find in London. It's got a trove of cyclists constantly going through it, and loads of joggers, loads of wildlife, and you get, obviously there's what Richmond is famous for as well, is the deer. So I'm heading up to Pembroke Lodge, where I'll meet Sumi and Deborah now in a minute. But if you're into your cycling, it's to jog around the park, I think it's 12 or 16 kilometers. I always forget which one it is. I think it's 12. I think if we extend it on with a few extra little routes, we get it up to 16. But this is a good day for jogging. I'd say it's about 24 degrees out. I just need to find parking, and it's always a little bit tough at Pembroke Lodge to find parking. But along here, you sometimes get the deer just sitting right at the right on the side of the road, just relaxing. And I do think some of the older deer play with the traffic. It's quite funny. You will see deer, literally crossing the road. They will step out and then they'll just stop. They don't actually sit down in the middle of the road, but some of them would just stop and wait for the reaction of the cars. Typically the cars will just back up. It's 20-mile-an-hour speed limit in Richmond. And one of the funny stories I heard last year was this stretch I'm going along, like 2 or 3 times a week we'll have a speed check on it. And a cyclist was caught for speeding. He was clocked at doing something like 35 miles an hour in a 20 zone. Now Richmond Park say themselves that the speeds do not apply to cyclists, but the police at the time said no, this is a through road, it's a national road, they have to adhere to all the laws that everybody else adheres to. So that cyclist was given a fine, and I think he was trying to dispute it. Oh, look at this coming up. Is this an old Porsche there? I believe. Yeah. Wow, that's an old Porsche. It's like a 1960, 1950 Porsche. Roads are a little tight at times, but yeah, that was an interesting case of a cyclist being fined. And I don't know if it's the first time. I think it's probably happened a couple of times. I wouldn't be surprised. The other thing I find funny in here is you do get mountain bikers going around. There's trails for horse riding and cycling, but you see all these expensive mountain bikes, and there's no, like, I guess if you have a mountain bike, this is probably the only place you can come without going down to Surrey. Anyway, I need to park, so I need to find parking here. I'll get back to you later. Just on the path here running, and you meet these guys all the time. Not too shy, come on. That's really nice. Smile for the camera. I definitely know we're watching.
They're very magnificent, aren't they?
They're huge, yeah. That's the
That's the bucks and the young bucks, I guess. You can't even count how many prongs they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good 8 years old anyway. And they've obviously stopped because we've stopped. Covered up the hill. So we're just coming past the next cafe. I'm just about to see it there. Park Cycle, they rent the bikes here. But it started drizzling rain. Sorry for the shaky camera. This is the first time we've had rain in months. Or not months, weeks anyway. And I get up here the last few K back up to Pembroke Lodge. Parakeets of Richmond. We've had to take a break. We're about 3/4 done, but as you can see, it's just walking through meadows. So that wraps up the run for today. 10k. Walked some of it, especially where the hills are at. But, nice to get out, and we finally got a bit of rain, just like that much. So Deborah peeled off to head back to the office. I'll wrap up here just at the cart. So call it a day, but that's Richmond for now. See you later.